For those that haven't been paying attention to the news, Ocasio Cortez got a haircut. Now, you may be saying, Tim, I pay attention to the news all day, every day. And no, I didn't know that, nor do I care and wouldn't seek out that information. Please, why are you telling me this? I don't want to know about it. Yes, I hear you. But here's the thing. For some stupid reason, it's sparking a controversy. And it's not. Okay, so first, for some stupid reason, somebody complained that she spent too much money on a haircut. I don't care what she spends her money on. She can spend her money on whatever she wants. It's her money. That's capitalism, right? But that was the point. They were like, why is a socialist spending all this money on hair? Well, to counter, the left narrative is that women's haircuts being expensive is oppression by the patriarchy. That's right. To all men enraged by AOC's expensive haircut, yes, this is how the U.S. economy bleeds women dry. Excuse me? You choose to get a haircut, dude. Can I tell you why? There's a very simple reason why women tend to have more expensive haircuts than men. For one, women tend to have longer hair. Now, there's women with short hair, there's men with long hair, I get it, but the social norm, at least today, whether or not it's the right or wrong thing, is like, look at the lady who wrote it. She got long hair, okay? That means more hair, more washing, more maintenance, split ends. The other thing is, for one, most guys don't really care. Guys don't shave their armpits. Some guys do. But most guys typically aren't going to be shaving their armpits or their legs or getting foofy-doos. Their hair's going to be greasy. They're going to throw a beanie on or some other nonsense. And and the other issue is a lot of guys don't have hair. Case in point. But the issue is then, if guys keep their hair short, it's a simple snip, snip, snip. Haircuts aren't more expensive for women. The treatments that they get for their hair cost the same. And if you have long hair, look, man, I know dudes who are like models with long hair, and they spend a ton of money to get their hair done right because they're models. And they're like the long hair, and they got to do the man bun or whatever. If you're getting work done, it costs money. No, you're not being oppressed because you chose an expensive hair treatment. You can go, what's the haircut place is it Bo Ricks? Does that still exist? Maybe that's a Chicago thing. You probably don't know what I'm talking about. Haircuttery. That's a big thing, right? You can go spend your $10 or $20 for a haircut. Everybody can spend the same. And I mean no disrespect to the stylists who work at these, chain haircuttery places. But, they're going to do a basic job. However, I also have friends who run salons, and they charge a lot of money because you are hiring a professional to give you professional treatment with high-end product. Guys go to Walgreens and buy the $1 shampoo, Fructis or whatever it's called, and they don't care. They don't buy conditioner. I mean, some guys do. The point is, women are going to take care of their hair. So this gets into the bigger issue of the pink tax, which I want to stress. There are some issues I think we could bring up and say, hey, that doesn't make sense. Why does that product cost more money? Here's the big problem, right? So you see these examples of women's razors costing a little bit more money than men's razors. You'll have at a Walgreens a blue razor and a pink razor. And these people these feminists will be like, look, the pink razors are $5 and the blue razors are $4. Pink tax, we're being oppressed. And I'm like, but you could just buy the blue razor. They're disposable razors. If you would like the fancy pink color, then pay the premium or just buy the blue one. How can you simultaneously argue that women can like blue as well, but then you choose the one that's pink and then get angry it costs more money? No one forced you to buy that. Now, some people have pointed out that in many circumstances, it's not just that the color's different, but there will be fragrances or different ingredient. And that's another important point that needs to be brought up too. You can't compare one deodorant to another deodorant and be like, oh, they cost different things. The ladies is more. Okay, well, what's in it, right? Let's read the story. And I imagine I might agree with some things, right? So they write, the Washington Times rocked the Twitter sphere with its recent headline. Self-declared socialist AOC splurges on high-dollar hairdo. Let me just stop right there and say, Washington Times, that was stupid. And for some stupid reason you wrote this. Please stop. I don't care. Leave the outrage over someone's haircut to TMZ. According to the article, Rep. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez reportedly spent nearly $300 at a pricey salon she frequents in downtown Washington. Bit of clarity. The grand total included $80 for the haircut and $180 for low lights plus tip. You want to criticize her for splurging on fancy hairdos, but that's like a normal thing. I get it. You can say she's mismanaging her money. But hey, man, people got to look good, right? You want to look good when you're going to be on TV and you got a bunch of followers. I don't think that's a big deal at all. I don't care. It's her money. She can use it as she wants. Never mind the double standard that's imposed upon women in leadership, all women really, to look good, but not too good. Imagine how the media would pounce over a messy bun day on the House floor. Now, it's true. There was this one person who got slammed by everyone because he took a picture of Ocasio-Cortez walking down a hall and he was like, look at those clothes. And people were like, what? I don't care. So, why you're now writing about her hair, you should have learned the lesson before. I don't care. Now, listen. There's a really, really funny tweet where some woman tweeted something like, if women wear the same clothes every day, they'll be slammed and frowned upon, and men can wear the same thing every day and no one cares. That's like, patriarchy or something. And someone responded that it's women who will treat you poorly if you wear the same cute dress. Literally, not one man. What did he say? He said, not one straight man on the planet would care if you wore the same cute dress twice. And that's the point. You want to talk about why you will be frowned upon if you don't look good? It's not going to be from guys. I mean that seriously. There are a lot of women who are older and unattractive, and you don't see guys coming out all day being like, look at that frumpy dress. No. While guys will talk about it, it's because women care about the frumpy dress. In case you haven't noticed, I wear literally the same thing every day, and I don't care. I literally don't care. I would wear a potato sack. I don't care. You can go on my Twitter and say, Tim wears the same thing every day. And I would be like, I don't care. Literally nothing you can say about it is going to make me feel bad. Yet, women will be made to feel bad if they don't look good. So perhaps men and women, let's not even say it's about women, right? I do think it's fair to point out most guys aren't going to notice what women are wearing. I mean that seriously. Like, I noticed a lot of women I know will have all of these different outfits. I've literally got a stack of these gray shirts and like 3 pairs of these pants. I do have a ton of these beanies, by the way. But, I notice women tend to have more outfits. I think that's a fair point. Not all, but typically, right? And more shoes, too. I have like 1 pair of shoes. Okay, I got a couple pairs of shoes because I skate, right? But I think it's fair to say, or am I wrong that it's women who typically care about what other people are wearing? Women typically don't care if a guy's wearing the same clothes. Guys don't care if a guy's wearing the same clothes. And most guys don't care if a woman wears the same clothes. So what's the problem? The problem is AOC is trying to look good for other women. But let's be real. I do believe that at a high level that she's at, in terms of celebrity and press attention, you gotta look good. And it's not just about women. They make fun of Trump's weight. They post demeaning pictures of his hair. They make fun of him too. But you know what? Trump probably don't care. Let's read it. They say, and then there's the reality that haircuts for women cost more than those of men. It's well documented and it's called the pink tax, a popular euphemism for gender-based pricing. Simply stated, the pink tax is when goods or services marketed to women cost more than men's version for no apparent reason other than price gouging. Except maybe like, you want lowlights, which I don't think a guy would probably get, like the average dude. And you have longer hair, so it's like going to take longer to cut. And you want a specific style of haircut, which guys are less likely. You see the point? So yes, it's possible that salons will say women versus men, but I'd be willing to bet in reality, and most of the salons probably today, it has more to do with quoting you based on the amount of work being done. A 2018 report from the U.S. Government Accountability Office confirmed that a variety of products and services targeting female consumers, ranging from deodorant to shaving cream to body spray, cost more than the male equivalent. That's called market prices. I'll tell you what, man, you're not winning yourself any points by claiming you're stupid enough to look at 2 products that are the same and buy the one that's more expensive and then complain about it. You want to talk about the taxes they put on like feminine care products? Right there with you. Completely agree. I don't know, have all the full details. Maybe they talk about it. But there are certain circumstances where like actual products that women need, right? Feminine care products will have a special tax on them or like a luxury tax. That's insane to me. Dude, if you're going to buy a cotton swab or whatever, it shouldn't be taxed because it's for women or something like that. It's not a luxury. Let's read on. A few years prior, New York City ran the numbers and found some of the most frequent offenders. Dry cleaning bills for women's shirts ran an average of $4.95 compared to $2.86 for those worn by men. Full stop. What kind of shirts? Are we talking about fancy frilly button-up shirts that women wear made of silk and other fancy frilly materials that got to be delicately handled? We talking about a dude who buys stock white shirts from TJ Maxx that are not particularly great and just throws them in the dry cleaner? Look. I'd be willing to bet women's shirts are going to be fancier, better materials. They're going to be specifically designed. They're going to have shape issues. A guy's going to buy a $2 shirt and it's going to be a white plain shirt and he's going to put a jacket over it or something. You know, like a button up. Nothing super. Guys obviously will, buy nice suits and nice clothes. Let's be real. I'm just saying, I'd be willing to bet the average woman's dry cleaning bill for shirts. And the other question is, are they saying it's like shirt to shirt? Are they saying women, because I'd imagine women have more shirts to wash too. But let's just say it's shirt to shirt. I'd be willing to bet women's shirts are more delicate, require more care, and have specific shape issues. That if they get stretched or anything or damaged, it's a bigger deal, whereas a guy's going to throw it on, tuck it in, and put something over it, right? Yes, an educated consumer can buck the system, be diligent to check prices and reject the branding ploy, but that's time and energy. You're not winning yourself any favors by claiming you couldn't go pink deodorant, blue deodorant. This one's more expensive. I'll buy the blue deodorant. You're not. I guess it is fair to say though, and this is an issue. Like when it comes to deodorant, they smell different. I don't think a woman wants to go around smelling like a dude, and a dude doesn't want to go around smelling like a chick for the most part. Some people do. That's all you, man. I'm just saying that you might find that female deodorant costs more money. It's a different fragrance. Well, what are you gonna do, man? If it's more expensive for that particular fragrance and men don't buy that fragrance, what do you expect? You can still buy like basic deodorant on the guy's side. Quote, if female and male consumers pay different prices for similar products that they purchase frequently, such as personal care products, this could result in substantial differences in expenditures by gender over time. A consumer's annual spending on a product category can be significant, even when prices for products within that category are low. I get it. But you see what the problem is here? If you want to buy something and you don't check prices, it is your fault. No one forced you to buy anything. If you wanted the pink razors for an extra 50 cents, well, there you go. You bought the extra 50-cent razors. I don't care what the color is. What if they introduced a green razor and it was $1 more? You think people are going to buy it? I mean, some people might. They might just grab it and be like, I don't care about the $1. I like green. So, I can't believe that we're actually at this point. So actually, let's do this. I want to be fair. I want to talk about the tampon tax. I think this is actually a really good thing that needs to be brought up because we can talk about the real pink tax, right? She writes, it is time for all these inequities to be addressed. This past April, Representative Jackie Speier reintroduced the Pink Tax Repeal Act to ban the practice of gender-based pricing, declaring, the pink tax is not a one-time injustice. It's an insidious form of institutionalized discrimination that affects women across the country from the cradle to the grave. Yes, that's right, because you need to pass a law saying that if you're going to make a product for a woman and you make a product for a man, they have to cost the same thing. That makes literally no sense. So what? Bic will just introduce the Bic razor. Well, there you could have just bought whatever you wanted. How does it make sense to tell someone you can't make a product? You can't brand it for women. Fine, they'll call them pink secrets, and they won't say women's on it. You can't ban that. All they have to do. Listen, Bic could come out with a razor with frilly flowers and a picture of a woman smiling and shaving her legs, and not brand it, not say it's for women, and women are still going to recognize that as for women. And they can do the same thing with men on another one and bypass whatever this ridiculous law is. So they say the tampon tax will soon have its day in court. A new project, Tax-Free Period, is catalyzing the legal academy to develop arguments that tampon tax amounts to sex-based discrimination in violation of equal protection at both the state and federal level, making it more than merely unfair or inequitable, but illegal and unconstitutional. So do they have something specifically about the tampon tax? Whatever. I'll just give you the gist of it because, and I'm probably wrong. I don't want to dig through here just to find this one single point, but if there's something, it doesn't make sense to me to put a special tax on tampons. If that's the case, I want to make sure that's clear because I don't have that, pulled up necessarily. So we shouldn't be taxing hygiene products specially because women are the only ones buying them. Apparently, the issue was that they were considered a luxury item, and that's insane. That's just not the case. It's not a luxury item. It's like if they put a tax on, I guess I'm going to stop there because I don't want to get too gross. I'll just leave it. The point is, if women have to buy this and they're taxing it, there's an argument that there's no specific gender. It's just literally tampons are taxed. Yeah, but come on, man. We get that women are the ones who buy these things. I mean, guys could buy them for their spouses. Fine. The point is, as far as I understand, maybe I need to research it more. That doesn't make sense. But if you want to argue that you chose to buy something that was more expensive because it had a picture of a flower and a lady on it, dude, that's your own problem, man. So let's end this by pointing out Ocasio-Cortez celebrated her expensive lowlights and said she looked fabulous or something like that. She's not being oppressed. She made the choice. She could shave her head tomorrow if she wanted to. She's not going to, though, because she wants to adhere to societal norms. That's just it. Services cost money. Find someone to do the job cheaper. And I'll end just by saying to the Washington Times complaining about her haircut, seriously, dudes, why? It's so dumb. And why am I even making a video about this? It's, I'll be honest though, it's because the pink tax stuff is such an absurd, it's so ridiculous. It's just so ridiculous. It's not a tax. It's literally a company being like, people will pay for it. I'll sell it for this. Well, you chose to do that, man. Nobody put a gun to your head and said, you better buy this pink brazier. Okay. I'll see you guys the next segment at 1 p.m. on this channel. Thanks for hanging out.